Good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution episode 101. It's a Monday, back to work. Just wanted to recap the week on this morning's episode and the title Playing with Football and Basketball Again. No Cubs in yesterday's mail, but I did get a mail day. I ordered actually two boxes from Fanatics, the Panini Phoenix football sets, and I was able to get them. They are retailing for I think $100 per box. I was able to use a coupon code when they were first released. Was able to get $30 off each box, so my cost was just $70 per box. So those arrived. So they actually arrived late yesterday afternoon during the 3 p.m. football games. So Steelers Cowboys was on TV that I was watching. When they arrived, I was actually sorting basketball. So throughout yesterday, I had the collection I bought last weekend. I had it kind of sprawled out, boxes everywhere, piles. I was sorting. So yesterday, what I did was there were like three or four 3-row boxes lined with cards and top loaders. So first thing, I wanted to take the top loaders. I can use those. The rest are just penny sleeved and put in various boxes, whether I'll be putting those on a shelf or eventually listing on eBay. So that was what I was doing during the Bears game at noon. They looked awful. So once I had that complete, got all the top loaders and put those in a box that I'll be using for eBay sales, then I wanted to sort some basketball. So I was in JB from Old Town Cards on Twitter, was in his stack sale last week, bought some basketball. He had another basketball stack sale Saturday night, bought 30 some dollars worth of basketball cards. What I'm going to do is use those as a tool to get myself back into watching the NBA because, as I've said before, it's going to be a long winter. So I'm using these as tools to get myself interested in watching the games. Now, this year football, I've really had fun opening football cards if I can find them on Sundays, and it's gotten me surprisingly to follow the NFL more than fantasy football has in previous years. I'm not playing fantasy football this year, but I feel more invested in the NFL this year just by opening football packs of football cards than I have in recent years. So I want to turn that into basketball. It's highly unlikely that I'll even find basketball on store shelves. So I have a couple boxes of recent rookie cards from like 2015 to 2018 that I found in my big reorganization a few weeks ago. So what I'm going to do is put those. I made labels for with card dividers and by alphabet, so A through Z. And I'm sorting all the rookies and Prism cards, putting those by player last name. And if somebody gets hot, I'll pull those cards during basketball season. So it'll get me a little more into the players. So that's kind of what I was doing when the football cards arrived. And I titled this Playing with Football and Basketball Cards because I'm a floor sorter. I love to just sprawl out and have plenty of room. I have you can see behind me, there's a card table with some cards. I've tried that. What happens is I end up just stacking stuff, and it's not really a true sorting card table. I like to have a lot of room on the floor. I'm a floor sorter, have been since I started collecting cards. And my dad always said, when I was sorting cards on the living room floor as a kid, he's playing with his cards again. And it was always, that was the term he used. No matter what age I was, what I was doing, it was always playing with my cards. So that's why titled this "Playing with Football and Basketball Cards." That's what I was doing in my dad's terms yesterday, watching football and going through the Phoenix football and sorting my basketball cards. So the Fanatics exclusive Phoenix football, and I think they're still on sale. So they did make a lot of these. But I opened up one box. I'm keeping one sealed and just setting aside. But I wanted to open one box just to go through them. I'm putting some on eBay. Some are held back for trades. But I was really impressed by their I'm not into football, so this may sound dumb, me saying, because I'm not familiar with football cards. But they remind me of Mosaic this year. And I really got into Mosaic and really enjoyed just the quality of football card that Mosaic football is. So here's the Clyde Edwards-Helaire rookie card. Now, each box has 100 veterans and 100 rookie cards. So it's stacked with rookies. Jordan Love, Packers backup quarterback, another quarterback, Jacob Eason of the Colts. I had to throw a bear in to show off the tight end Cole Kmet. I pulled this because I think it's an awesome image, awesome photo of Grant Delpit from LSU, now with the Browns. And then I had to throw in a Badger, former Wisconsin Badger, now with the Colts, Jonathan Taylor. And yes, Justin Herbert's in here. Joe Burrow is in here. So I'd already listed those on eBay, so they're in a box for my eBay sales. The thing with quality, though, if you're looking to grade, now I've never graded a card. I would not submit just because I haven't educated myself on what to look for, but just, obviously being in the hobby, you know what to look, you kind of know what to look for, but when it comes to the difference between an 8, 9, and a 10, it's really hard for me to decipher what is what. So basically these cards, and again, knowing nothing about grading, I think they're in pretty terrible condition from the box. There's like on this Jonathan Taylor, I can see like a printing. And it's even, and you can even feel it. So there's printing marks, and it actually goes across the card, down the card. The corners, some of the corners are dinged up a little bit. There's, like I said, surface scratching. They're just in pretty rough shape for a brand new card out of a sealed box. Somebody asked me about the condition yesterday, and if any are grade worthy. And again, I don't grade cards, but these are not in gradable condition in my opinion. And it could just be an outlier box. This just may be a box, but it looked like all 100 cards had some type of defect, whether it be a printing mark or a dinged corner, a surface scratch. The Joe Burrow was the last card in the box up against a styrofoam. They have styrofoam on each side. And it was, not in gem condition. So I found that interesting. So if that's what you're looking for, probably a pass on that. So Jenny's with us. What's happening? Good morning. Happy Monday. Companies are producing them so fast to keep up with demand and forgetting about quality. Yeah, I would totally agree with that. There's just so many new products that are coming out, and it's amazing what they're pumping out, and not only just into stores, but the exclusives they have. Like this is a Fanatics exclusive. Topps came out with that UK edition last week, and it's just, I get it. They're in business to make money. But yeah, it's kind of like, I hate the term junk wax era 2.0, but I really feel that that's where we're headed, not based on any particular, the funny thing is when we come out of this, I think the basic rookies are going to be what's the most popular in 10 years and down the road. It's, I think some of the, Fanatics exclusives, I don't think they will be sought after. I don't think the Topps online exclusives will be sought after. I don't think the retails, the platinums and galleries, which we already see, are nobody wants them. But I think when it all comes down, there's just going to be so much product that the end all, you know, most wanted cards are going to be the base, the Topps. I think we've already seen it separate in basketball with Prism. Football, Mosaic has gotten really popular, and I know Prism football comes out in, I think, next week. So I think there's just been so many products that it's flooding the market, much like even though there were few products in the early 90s, but those few products were just massively overproduced. And then when we got into the mid 90s, that's when we saw kind of, it kind of took off with, Pinnacle. And all of a sudden in the late 90s, we had just a ton of products as well with, what else was there? Topps started making more sets, and just kind of multiplied. Zach's with us. What's happening, Zach? Good morning. So that's about all I wanted to share this morning. One interesting tidbit, though, I monitor my eBay sales and look at the dailies just to see what days I could expect to see more sales, which days are less. The past 2 weeks, and 3 weeks ago was kind of an outlier because I think I bought some Mosaic football, or I think I bought something that spiked my weekend sales. But over the past 2 weeks, I haven't bought anything in listed on Friday going into the weekend. But my sales from the last 2 weeks, the day with the least amount of eBay sales has been a Sunday. 2 weeks in a row, the day of the week with the least amount of sales has been a Sunday. And that's typically one of the days that, you see the most sales. What I've kind of been watching is, and this is just a small sample the last 2 weeks, Sundays are my least, and then it ramps up Monday, and then Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, I've seen a spike in sales. Middle of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Now, this is all buy it now listings. This is not, I haven't run an auction in at least a month. So these are just strictly buy it now listings, and sales throughout the day, but just based on the day of the week. So least amount of sales has been Sunday. Saturday, I've kind of seen a little spike. This past Saturday, I made some sales of some cards that were a little higher dollar than the PWEs that I typically move. So Saturday I had a little spike just because of some higher dollar cards sold. But Sunday low, Monday a little higher, and then Tuesday it seems to have taken off. And I'll have to crunch them. I'm going to go back and look at a 3-month snapshot and just see what the trends look like. But just over the last 2 weeks, it's low on Sunday and Monday, and then I'll see a spike on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday are kind of they've kind of been up and down, and so I'll have to look more into it. But yeah, 2 weeks in a row, Sunday has been, and it's been my Saturday to Sunday. I think this week my Sunday sales were. What were they? Probably 25% of what I sold on Saturday, and pretty similar last week. So I found that interesting, just looking back at my sales yesterday and comparing those to the other days of the week. So Ken's with us. What's happening, Ken? And Ken, I saw a tweet, I think yesterday, watching Christmas movies. That is one of my favorite things this season. Well, not this season, but every season this time of year. I love Hallmark Christmas movies. It's true. It's true. I have been watching them for, I don't know, but I just, it's fun for me. I love the cheesy Hallmark Christmas movies. And usually I start watching them around this time, usually like November 1st. I flip and I start, I'll listen to Christmas music every once in a while, flipping through the radio, but it's been unseasonably, like crazy unseasonably warm the past few days. And this weekend it was in the 70s, sunny and 70s. And I'm driving down the road and flipping through, and there's about 4 radio stations that are already playing wall-to-wall Christmas music. And it's odd for me living in Wisconsin that it's sunny and 75 and here's Christmas music on multiple radio stations. So had it been cold and snowy or just cold, I probably would have put up the Christmas tree and decorations this weekend. But since it was sunny and 70, I just felt, it can wait another week. So, yeah, I'm a big Christmas movie. Haven't got into them yet this year, just based on the weather. But I think by Wednesday this week, we're going to see a more seasonable winter-like weather. So I'll start firing up the Christmas movies. So Ken says, watched Hallmark Christmas movies all day yesterday. That's awesome. So yeah, Jenny, it's going to get cold. I'm bracing for it. I actually didn't really go out and enjoy the weather this weekend like I probably should have. I took the dog for a couple walks, but outside of that, I didn't spend much time because it's November. It's a tease. I would rather bank these 75-degree days in November. Just give me the cold weather. Christmas movies are on, music's playing. Just give me a week worth of 75-degree weather, like in February, where we've had a few months of cold, and I just need a break. But it's been so recent. Like we just had 75 degrees, on a daily basis just a month ago. So, I'm done with it. Let's move on. Let's get winter. Let's get a solid 2-3 months of winter weather, and then hit me with a week of 75 degrees. And then we can go back to cold for a little bit and then hit spring. I'm ready for cold weather. Believe it or not, I'm ready for cold weather. Get me through Christmas and New Year's, January, and then hit me with some warm weather in February. My wife thinks I'm crazy. I mentioned that yesterday. I said I'd rather bank these for like February, and she thought I was crazy and didn't like that idea. So that's it for today. Appreciate everybody in the chat room. It's awesome. Nothing expected today. I don't have any mail days that I'm expecting. So just more of the same. So that's all. Check me out on Twitter at 1MillionCubs. Website 1millioncubs.com. eBay store link at the top of the page. This weekend I added some 70s football. I added a variation 1970 Topps football commons, like $1.50 free shipping on those. I added some mid-70s football cards. I added some of the Panini Phoenix football rookies last night. I added some old wrestling cards from 85. 85 Topps WWF, 99 cents on those. What else did I list? Just some other random stuff. So 10% off when you buy 3 or more cards. eBay store link, top of the page, 1millioncubs.com. That's it. Have a great Monday.